It was fear, terror. The words of Royal Mack, who was in North Carolina A&T State University's class of 1969, describing being on campus during what became known as the Greensboro Uprising. Last night, we brought you the story of how it started.
Tonight, we are bringing you the part of the story that has no ending. Fox 8's Michael Hennessy joins us here in the studio tonight. Michael, it all brings us back to Willie Grimes.
Neil, Katie, and the circumstances surrounding his death. Tonight, it is considered the oldest homicide in the city of Greensboro by the police department.
We weren't rich, but we felt rich because we had each other.
George W. Grimes Sr. was raised with 4 siblings in Pitt County, North Carolina.
Very religious family. My mom and usher, my father sang in the choir.
They grew up as they grew on a farm in Winterville.
As most farmers do, sun up to sundown, 6-7 days a week.
His older sisters both went to college. His oldest brother into the Army. His closest brother was named Willie.
He played basketball, and we both were scouts and boys club and science club, honor society. We, you know, like I said, we did it all, and we did it together.
In 1968, Willie set off to Greensboro and North Carolina A&T, where he was in the ROTC with plans to join the military himself.
He loved it. He loved it.
In April of his freshman year, he and the rest of the campus and country witnessed the aftermath of the assassination of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.
That generation saw the Montgomery bus boycott. They saw Dr. King preach and speak on TV.
It was 8 years removed from the day 4 A&T students sat down at a lunch counter at the Woolworths in Greensboro's downtown in what became the sit-in movement.
And more of a willingness to defy authority and defy convention and defy even their cities and their communities.
A year later, a different campaign was brewing at nearby Dudley High School when junior class president Claude Barnes was denied the student council presidency despite overwhelmingly being voted in.
It was a lot going on other than just the incident at Dudley. It was, I guess, like a pot of water that had been turned on, and finally it just boiled over.
About 2 hours after the resulting exchange of gunfire between students and the police started on the A&T campus on May 21st, 1969.
To say who fired, you know, what reason they fired, I don't know.
Willie and some friends decided to go to the McDonald's near campus.
And some of the sophomores knew him, and they were talking about how good a person he was.
Among the echoing chorus of gunfire, Willie fell silent.
One of his friends called us to tell us that he had been shot.
His death amplified the intensity. By the next morning, a state of emergency was declared, and 500 more National Guardsmen were called in. A curfew came over the city.
Growing up, you were accustomed to violence against blacks, but you really hadn't seen machine guns or tanks used against individuals unless you saw a movie in a war.
NCA&T President Dr. Lewis Dowdy announced the university was closed by the night of Friday the 23rd. But before that could happen, 5 police officers were shot, 1 seriously injured.
You had a lot of prior service students at A&T. A lot of people don't realize that. They were guys that had been to Vietnam and fought. And so to pick up a weapon was nothing strange for them.
The National Guard was assembled to sweep Scott Hall, and the military entered it by 7 in the morning.
But it just felt like we had been violated, that a place that was home and sanctuary, it just like it wasn't ours anymore. It belonged to somebody else.
And it was just unbelievable that the military would shoot at unarmed kids.
I think there had never been a student killed on the campus grounds.
It sort of gave you a sense of sacrifice. Somebody got sacrificed in order for this to happen.
By the 24th, the chaos was replaced by a familiar calm. The curfew was lifted. The National Guard withdrew.
My mother was She was so bad, she eventually was put on medication to calm her down.
On the 27th, Willie's fraternity brothers carried his casket as 2,000 people gathered to say goodbye back in his hometown of Winterville.
We were sitting there and we were looking at the body in the casket, and my father said, y'all need to go ahead and shed some tears to relax yourselves. You'll feel much better. And he was so true on that.
But after he was put to rest is when the real questioning started to arise.
For the governor to call in the National Guard, I think that was it was bad taste, and it left a bad taste in my mouth. You know, yeah, I lost my brother.
In the coming months, there were meetings, there were briefings about what happened, and a report was released that following March. We're going to dig into that and how the Grimes family still looks at how the investigation into Willie's death was done back here tomorrow night at 10. Katie.